Hello students, welcome you all in this video where I am going to solve science model question paper 4 for the year 2025-26, and now in this video we are going to solve 2 marks question. So you can see in this section, that is answer the following question. We have to answer 3 questions. Each question will carry 2 marks, so total we are going to get 6 marks from this section. So see question number 19. Analyze the list of experiments in the table given below. In which of the experiments the following salts will be produced? So here we have one table, and in this table you can see there are 4 experiments, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this is the combination of acid and base we are going to do for each experiment. So in these experiment we have to tell which type of salt will be formed. Here we have first question, that is acidic salt, and second question, that is neutral salt. So find out where, in which experiments 1, 2, 3, 4 acidic salt will be formed, and in which experiments neutral salt will be formed. So for acidic salt, you can see whenever there will be a salt formation, acid and base will be combined. When acid base is combined, we are going to get salt and water. So these are the products. So this salt can be acidic, can be basic, or can be neutral. It is depend on this acid and base. So see here, if this acid is a strong, see here, if this acid is a strong acid and if this base is a weak base, see, when acid is strong, base is weak, whatever salt we are going to get, this salt will be always of strong acid, and therefore this salt will be acidic salt. Acidic salt. And with this we are going to get water as usual. So because acid is strong, it will suppress the property of the base, and therefore in the salt it will come with its property. So therefore salt will be acidic. And that's why the answer is experiment number 1, strong acid, weak base. So here I have written strong acid and weak base. Here we can take an example of like HCl, strong acid, and NH4OH, NH4OH, that is weak acid, sorry, weak base. So when this strong acid and weak base reacts, we are going to get NH4Cl plus water. So because our acid is strong, the salt which we are getting, that is ammonium chloride, this is an acidic salt. So this is the example for the first question. Now see the second one. We want neutral salt. Neutral means the salt which will not show any acidic property or any basic property. So here both acid and base should be of equal strength. If these both have equal strength, then acid will suppress base property, base will suppress acid property, and therefore whatever salt we are going to get, that will be neutral. And therefore here the answer is experiment number 3, that is strong acid, strong base. See here I have written strong acid, strong base. Now what happens? If the acid is also strong and if base is also strong, then both will suppress each other property, both will react completely, and therefore whatever salt we are going to get, it will not be acidic, it will not be basic, it will be neutral. So here we can take example of HCl plus NaOH. Here both are strong. So here whatever salt we are going to get, that is NaCl, that is called as sodium chloride, it will be of neutral. It will not be acidic, it will not be basic. So therefore the answer is experiment number 3. This is the answer for question number 19. Now we'll see the next question. So now we're going to start with question number 20, which has an internal choice, that is the OR option. We'll see it later. So see first question number 20. Name the catalyst used and the product obtained in the hydrogenation of ethene. So here we have to tell the name of the catalyst as well as the name of the product. In hydrogenation of ethene. So what is hydrogenation here? Hydrogenation is nothing but addition of hydrogen. See here, addition of hydrogen, that is called as hydrogenation. So here we are going to add this hydrogen to ethene. And what is ethene? Ethene is nothing but an example of alkene. Alkene means which has double bond. Like you can see, eth means 2 carbon. So I took 2 carbon. Here both should have a double bond. And remaining valency of this carbon, you balance it with the hydrogen. And this is called as ethene. Now see, because it has a double bond, in this double bond, one bond will be sigma, one bond will be pi. Pi bond is weak, so we can easily break this pi bond and add this hydrogen to this ethene. And this is called as hydrogenation. But to do this process, we have to use catalyst. And what is catalyst? Catalyst, it is the substance which helps to increase the rate of the reaction. Increase rate of reaction, but it will not take part in the reaction. Remember, it will change the rate of the reaction, but it will not take part in the reaction. That is called a catalyst. So to do this process, we have to use a finely divided nickel as a catalyst. Finely divided because to increase the surface area. So this is a nickel, that is a catalyst used. And C2H4 is what? This is ethene. C2H4 plus H2 will give C2H6. So you can see in the reaction. I'll write it here once again. So C, double bond, C, here H, H and H. So when we add hydrogen into this, hydrogen means what? H and H. So this bond will be broken between the H and H. This bond, pi bond will be broken, and this H will go and combine with this carbon. This H will go and combine with this carbon, and therefore whatever product we are going to get, already there were two H for this carbon. Now one more H came, that I'll write it with blue color, and then for the next carbon also same thing. This H is already there, this was H already there. Now the new hydrogen, I'll write it with the blue color. So like this, we are going to get the product. Now see, this is again two carbon and single bond. So it is called as ethane. So we are going to get the product ethane. Therefore, the catalyst is nickel. I'll write it here once again. Catalyst is nickel and product is ethane, that is alkene. So this is the answer. I hope you will understand this answer. Now we'll move with the OR option. That is the molecular formula of the first member of homologous series of carbon compound is CH2O. It is nothing but HCHO. HCHO in this CHO is nothing but aldehyde group. CHO is nothing but aldehyde group. Determine the name and the molecular formula of the third member of this group. Mention the general name of this group. So we have to find out the name and molecular formula of third member of this homologous series, and also we have to find out the general name of this group. So let's start with the answer. The compound with molecular formula CH2O, that is HCHO, is called as formaldehyde or methanol. What do you mean by methanol? Meth is nothing but one carbon. So see here, it has only one carbon. So it is meth. And nal, al means what? It is the aldehyde group. So this is the methanol, or common name is formaldehyde. This belongs to aldehyde homologous series. So here they have asked mention the general name. So the homologous series of this group is called as aldehyde homologous series. And the general molecular formula is what? CnH2nO. So this is general. So N can be any number. N can be 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So it is a general formula for this. Now, homologous series means what? It is the series in which the successive member will have a difference of CH2 group. Successive members means the member one after the other will have the difference of CH2. So we will try to write the series. So first we have written CH2OH, CH2O, sorry, CH2O. Now we have to increase one CH2 in this. So once you increase one CH2, C will become C2. This H2H2 will become H4 and then it becomes O. So this is the second one. Now again we have to add one CH2 into this. So C2 and C becomes C3, H4 and H2 it becomes H6 and then the oxygen remains as it is. Now again if you increase CH2 you can imagine now C4, H8 and then it will be O, and this is called as homologous series, and these two are called as successive members. These two are called successive members. These two are called successive members. Remember, this and this cannot be a successive member. This you have to remember. Now here you can see in the question they have asked name and molecular formula of third member. So here if you see, this is first member, then this is second member, and this will be the third member. So what is the molecular formula? C3H6O. This is C3H6O. And you can write it like this also, that is C2H5CHO. Remove the CHO group from this because it is aldehyde, and remaining all write it as it is. So remaining it is C2 and H5. So now we have to name it. So how many carbon we have? We have 4. So we have 3. So it is pro. And because it is a aldehyde, we will write it as propanol. So this is the name. This is the name of this third member of this homologous series. So now see in this question they have asked for aldehydes, but in the other question they may ask for ketones, carboxylic acids, alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, etc. Just you have to remember whatever it may be asked, third member, fourth member. In a successive member, there should be the difference of CH2 group. So remember this and you can write the answer for any question. Now after this, we'll see the next question. Now the next question is question number 21, that is draw the diagram to show the action of steam on the metal. So see the question here they have asked just to draw the diagram. They have not asked to label any apparatus in this, just you have to draw the diagram. So this is the diagram for this question, that is action of steam on the metal, which again I have taken it from NCERT book. So it is there in the metals and non-metal chapter. So this diagram you can see it is having all the labelings because it is just a practice. So I have taken the same diagram. But if such type of question comes in exam, no need to write these all the labels. Just you have to draw the diagram. So it has a Bunsen burner. This is the test tube which is having a glass wool soaked here, see, and in front of this glass wool there is a metal sample. And once you heat this glass wool, the water will be heated, forms a vapor, vapor combines with metal, and here this is having a delivery tube from which the hydrogen gas comes out, and here we can see this hydrogen gas bubbles in this test tube. So this is the diagram for this question, and these are the labeling. This is stand, it is a cork, water, stand, and it is a burner, glass, wool, soaked in water. Remember, whenever you practice in home, you practice with all the labelings. If you are practicing this question also today, practice with all the labelings. Because in exam, they may ask any one of the labeling from this. So because it is not sure that this question only will come in the exam. So whenever we will practice, practice clearly and completely. So I hope you will understand these all the answers which I have solved in this video. So here we complete 2 marks question from this part B chemistry of this model question paper. After this we are going to start with 3 marks questions. So I hope these all the answers will help you to prepare for your final exam. If you like my videos, share my videos with your friends, and if you are getting little bit also help from these all the videos, please consider subscribing my channel. Thank you so much.